Hi, I'm Emily Ratajkowski. I am a model and entrepreneur.
Emily Ratajkowski seems to have it all. The career, the fame, the runway strut for top fashion designers like Dolce & Gabbana and Versace. But there's a whole other side to Emily that you probably haven't heard about.
Okay, I know what I can get from becoming a model and from, using my body to have fame and success.
From her childhood struggles to the incidents that shaped her into the powerhouse she is today. In this video, we will reveal 10 things you didn't know about Emily Ratajkowski. Number 10, a tough childhood.
I'm an only child, and there was just this kind of sense of me being an adult from day one. They kind of always would take me to dinners with their friends, and I would sit at the table and I learned how to converse like an adult.
Emily O'Hara Ratajkowski, the American-born Londoner, had quite the upbringing. Born to unmarried parents in Westminster, her childhood was anything but ordinary. With her father of Irish descent and her mother's roots tracing back to Polish Jews.
Oh, I know you got some Irish ancestry in you, and you're only back in Ireland recently. Do you get to visit that much?
Every year, yeah.
Every single year?
Yes, to County Cork, Bantry.
Emily's heritage was as complex as her family dynamics. At the tender age of 5, Emily's family left for San Diego, where she embarked on her academic journey at San Dieguito Academy.
I'm an American. I'm from Southern California.
On that.
Gnarly, bro.
Where are you from here in California?
San Diego.
You're from San Diego?
Yeah.
Little did she know that this school held more than just educational opportunities. It was where her parents had first crossed paths as teachers. Talk about a small world.
She was an English professor. My dad was a high school art teacher.
After attending theater school and enrolling at the University of California, Los Angeles, Emily made a bold decision to leave academia behind and dive headfirst into the cutthroat world of professional modeling.
There's been so many times in my career where I thought about changing career paths or giving up. I stopped modeling or stopped totally modeling when I went to college and I thought I was going to be an artist or I was an art major. Then I left and I started modeling full time.
But let's not forget the challenge of her last name. The J is silent, she'd often have to explain, as people stumbled over the pronunciation. That's the trick, she'd quip with a wry smile. Occasionally, people get it right on the first try, just through random luck.
So with that being said, please help me welcome my next guest, Emily Ratajkowski.
The complexities of her family history didn't end with her parents' marital status. Before Emily's arrival, her parents had been in an on-again, off-again relationship for years. It wasn't until her mother became pregnant that they decided to tie the knot. I understood that even before I was born, my existence was the essential glue of their relationship, Emily reflected. But this newfound commitment didn't magically fix their tumultuous relationship. Arguments became a regular occurrence in the Ratajkowski household, with young Emily often finding herself caught in the crossfire. After every such explosion, which usually ended with one of them leaving, the other would turn to me to plead their case or to air their grievances, she remembered. Talk about being thrust into the role of mediator at a tender age. It's no wonder that Emily had to mature quickly in such an environment. And just when she thought things couldn't get more challenging, she made the daring choice to pursue a career in modeling. And that's when things became worse. Number 9, she lacked parental support. Emily had a tough time growing up. You see, her parents were not exactly thrilled about her pursuing a career in modeling.
I discovered a love for fashion when I was probably in 3rd grade.
Nope, they had grander aspirations for their daughter. They wanted her to be a doctor. Throughout her childhood, Emily had to deal with her parents' skepticism about her chosen path. They were so determined to steer her away from modeling that they actually chased away modeling scouts. But the confusing thing is, while her parents were busy discouraging her from pursuing a career in modeling, they were also obsessed with her beauty. It's like they were saying, don't be a model, but also, look how beautiful our daughter is. Emily's parents went so far as to display her modeling comp card in her father's high school art classroom.
My dad was actually my high school art teacher.
He was your art teacher in high school.
Yes, my art teacher.
Would you drive to school with your dad every day?
I did.
Imagine walking into class and seeing your own face staring back at you from a display case. Her mother, on the other hand, placed a sexy photo of Emily on the kitchen counter for guests to admire. It's no wonder Emily felt conflicted and embarrassed by her parents' behavior. On one hand, they were discouraging her from pursuing modeling, and on the other hand, they were flaunting her beauty for all to see. It's enough to give anyone an identity crisis. In her book, My Body, Emily candidly exposes the complexities of her relationship with her parents.
You said you didn't want a picture of yourself on it, you just wanted the words.
Yeah.
And you wanted the words, my body. This is what I learned in the book.
And how their conflicting attitudes towards her beauty shaped her view of herself. From a young age, she found herself fervently praying for her mother's good looks, believing that her ticket to validation from her parents lay in her own beauty.
So when it came to me, she was very like, you own it, you do your thing. I hit puberty very young. And she was like, just celebrate your body, do, whatever.
Beauty was a way for me to be special, she writes, reflecting on her early years. When I was special, I felt my parents' love for me the most. It seemed important to them both, especially to my mother, that their daughter be perceived as beautiful. This fixation with beauty and its correlation to love and approval followed Emily into adulthood, where she still finds herself equating beauty with power. I collect this data more than I want to admit, trying to measure my allure as objectively and brutally as possible. I want to calculate my beauty to protect myself, to understand exactly how much power and lovability I have, she confesses. It's no surprise then that Emily's mother, Kathleen, was quick to notice when her daughter first started receiving male attention.
I mean, even your mom walking around with you and saying, hey, that guy's looking at you, look at that. You do become self-conscious, I imagine. Like, oh, Jesus Christ, am I creating a scene here? What am I doing?
Again, I think my mom was sort of saying like, look, you can celebrate that boys look at you. That's nice. It's, whatever in her mind.
I was a child, but somehow already an expert in detecting male desire, even if I didn't completely understand what to make of it, Emily recalls. Unknowingly, the idea that she needed male approval to advance began to take root in her mind, shaping her perception of power and self-worth. However, it wasn't until later in life that Emily realized the true implications of relying on her beauty for validation. She came to the stark realization that women who derived their power from their looks were ultimately indebted to the men whose desire granted them that power in the first place. Those men were the ones in control, not the women the world fawned over, she admits.
I was the example of a woman empowered, that if this was feminism, that you could use your body to have fame and success. And in some ways, that's totally true.
Emily's journey to self-discovery also involved confronting uncomfortable experiences, such as a lewd encounter with a casting agent during her high school years. It was a moment that forced Emily to face some harsh truths about her beliefs regarding love, importance, and what made her special. Number 8, her acting career.
I feel like acting is much more creatively fulfilling, and I think that Kara's a really creative person.
Her debut on the small screen was none other than the popular show iCarly, where she landed the role of Gibby's girlfriend. But did you know Emily had never even watched iCarly before landing the role? That's right, she went into it blind, not knowing what she was getting herself into. It's like diving into a pool without knowing if there's water in it. But how come she never saw iCarly of all shows? Well, that's because she grew up without a television. Growing up without a television in the early 90s may sound like a punishment from the dark ages, but for Emily, it was just a normal part of her bohemian upbringing. Her parents were all about that off-the-grid lifestyle, shunning the idea of having a TV in the house. Despite the lack of TV, Emily found her own source of entertainment in the form of the one and only Michael Jackson. She was absolutely smitten with the king of pop, obsessing over his iconic music videos like Bad. It's safe to say that she had her own version of MTV going on in her head. The way Emily describes Michael Jackson's music videos is nothing short of mesmerizing. She talks about its timeless appeal and the sheer brilliance of MJ's artistry. It's like she's dissecting a masterpiece, one iconic move at a time. Despite her limited screen time on iCarly, Emily made the most of her 2-week stint on set. It may have been short-lived, but it left a lasting impression on her journey. She's like a shooting star that blazed across the sky, leaving everyone in awe before disappearing into the night. Did you also know that, contrary to popular belief, Emily has taken a step back from music videos for the time being? While she gained fame for her roles in videos like Robin Thicke's Blurred Lines and Maroon 5's Love Somebody, her most recent music video appearance was in 2017 for Russian singer Dima Bilan's Inseparable Visual. But what's her reason? Well, according to Emily, she's got some top secret projects in the pipeline that she can't spill the beans on just yet. But one thing she can talk about is her desire to shake things up in the modeling world. She's not your average model, she's not towering at 5'10", and she's definitely not fitting into an A cup. And you know what? She thinks the industry is ready for a change.
I think that the industry really needs to change, but that could be a way that a young woman could protect herself.
She's all about breaking boundaries and paving the way for a more diverse representation in the industry. But why the shift from music videos to modeling, you ask? Emily's got big plans for the future, that's why. She's not just looking to make it big in the modeling world, she's thinking long term. Her goal is to use her success in the industry to fund other projects that she's passionate about. We're talking movies, art, photography, you name it. Maybe she'll even transition into a producer role down the line.
I think the biggest obstacle in my career has been transitioning and doing things that, people didn't really expect, and being outspoken and just saying, like, I'm also interested in this.
But for now, her focus is on making waves as a successful model and actress for the next few years. So, there you have it. Emily's not just taking a break, she's plotting her next move in style. Number 7, she wants ugly roles. First of all, if you thought Emily's journey has been all glitz and glamour, think again. The truth is, Emily is no stranger to rejection, and you know what? It's not just a one-time thing for her. She recently had her hopes dashed not once, but twice. She was vying for the roles of Masha in The Seagull and a part in the film adaptation of Philip Roth's novel American Pastoral, only to be passed over for both. But here's the real shocker. Emily actually wants to play the ugly and strange girls.
Not what people would expect. I definitely didn't think that it was some oh, this is gonna make me famous type of thing. It seemed like a...
Yes, you heard that right. She's got some serious criteria for the roles she's after. The ones that I really want have to be a really interesting script and story, and usually the girl is ugly, she revealed. I'm not looking to play the pretty girl type that you would expect from a model turned actress. I want to surprise people. Maybe play the weird girl. It takes fighting, which I'm prepared to do.
There was a woman who was directing it, so at first I turned it down, and then I met with her, and then the money came up, and that was ultimately the thing that really made me decide to do it.
Now, here's the thing. When Emily was starting out her career, she found herself being typecast as the bitchy girl or the cheerleader at auditions, so you can understand why she's itching for some different roles. Number 6, Emily's modeling career. When it comes to the world of modeling, there are often hidden tales and unexpected twists that add layers to the lives of those who grace the catwalks and magazine covers. One such figure is the enigmatic Emily, whose journey into the modeling industry defied the expectations of many, including her own parents.
Everybody, not just my parents, but our culture in general, talk about beauty and looks when it comes to women, really had influenced me at quite a young age.
Contrary to the disapproval of her parents, Emily embarked on her modeling career at a remarkably young age, signing with Ford Modeling Agency at just 14. Her debut as a catalogue model for Kohl's set the stage for what would become a series of bold and unconventional choices throughout her career. As she matured, Emily's presence in the Sports Illustrated swimsuit issue in 2014 and 2015 garnered attention and acclaim. Yet it was her fearless strides on the runways of New York Fashion Week for Marc Jacobs and the Paris Fashion Week for Miu Miu that truly showcased her determination to break boundaries and challenge norms. In a bold move that raised eyebrows and sparked conversations, Emily fearlessly posed nude for magazine photo shoots and covers. Her appearances in art house erotica magazines pushed the boundaries of conventional beauty standards and redefined the notion of artistic expression through the human form. It was her daring cover feature on Treats magazine that ultimately propelled her into the spotlight, leading to her casting in Robin Thicke and Pharrell's controversial music video for Blurred Lines.
We're now having a conversation around OnlyFans, and I think it's actually a really great parallel to my experience on the Blurred Lines set, where you have this moment where women are saying, okay, revenge porn exists.
Right.
I know that there's this way, that I can lose control over images.
Emily's unapologetic embrace of her body and her unwavering confidence in its artistic potential stemmed from the values instilled in her by her parents. She was taught to view the human body as a masterpiece, a canvas for creativity rather than a source of shame. This perspective empowered Emily to fearlessly embrace nude modeling as a form of artistic liberation, provided it aligned with her own artistic vision. The big moment in Emily's career came with her appearance in the music video for Blurred Lines. While she initially saw it as an opportunity to champion feminist ideals and female empowerment, the video sparked heated debates about objectification and exploitation. Her decision to appear in both the clean and unrated versions of the video showcased her defiance against societal norms and her commitment to challenging perceptions of female autonomy.
sort of the negotiation of how tight do I want my shirt to be, how much do I want to cover up, and how am I going to use my sexuality to my advantage or not.
Not one to shy away from provocative visual storytelling, Emily also made waves with her role in Maroon 5's music video for Love Somebody, where lead singer Adam Levine covered her in paint. This collaboration further solidified her reputation as a boundary-pushing muse unafraid to challenge conventions and embrace unconventional forms of artistic expression.
I'm about to get covered in paint. Yeah.
Number 5. Why she didn't reveal her baby's gender. In 2020, Emily Ratajkowski and her husband Sebastian Bear McLeod announced that they were expecting their first child. But what really caught everyone's attention was the fact that Emily had kept the gender of her baby under wraps for so long. It wasn't until Sylvester was born that she finally revealed that she had welcomed a son. So why did she keep it a secret? Some might assume it was to maintain an air of mystery or to keep the public guessing, but the real reason might surprise you. Emily's decision to keep her baby's gender a secret wasn't about playing games with the media or keeping fans in suspense.
That's model and actress Emily Ratajkowski holding her baby. Now she's being mom-shamed by online critics who didn't like the way she was holding her son.
In fact, it was a deeply personal choice that she made for herself and her family. This decision sparked curiosity and raised eyebrows, but Emily had a powerful reason behind it. In an essay she penned for Vogue, she delved into her feminist philosophy and the societal pressures surrounding gender expectations. She passionately admitted that she had always envisioned herself having a daughter, but this pregnancy challenged her to confront her own deeply ingrained gender biases. "I'd almost automatically imagine myself having a daughter," she wrote, reflecting on her past fantasies of mothering a smaller version of myself. This realization led her to reevaluate her perspective and embrace a new sense of peace about the unknown. Instead of feeling anxious or preoccupied with the gender of her child, she found herself filled with wonder and anticipation. Fast forward to July 2024, and we see Emily confidently showcasing her phenomenal bikini body in a grey and white striped two-piece while taking her son, Sylvester, to visit her hometown. The paparazzi were abuzz with excitement as they captured snapshots of the doting mother enjoying quality time with her little boy. In a series of Instagram posts, the 33-year-old model shared various memories she made over the weekend in her swimsuit as she spent time with her parents, John David Ratajkowski and Kathleen Balgley, and little Sylvester. It was a heartwarming display of family bonding and cherished moments. One particularly striking image featured Emily bearing plenty of skin as she sat in the passenger side of a car, exuding confidence and radiance. The sultry snap was accompanied by another photo of her standing in front of Las Olas restaurant, exuding an aura of effortless glamour. In her caption, the best-selling author playfully teased, "Home for a few days," hinting at the delightful escapade she had embarked upon with her loved ones. The post also included a heartwarming photo of Sylvester standing in front of his mother's childhood home, symbolizing the intertwining of past and present generations. Number 4. Advocate for women's reproductive rights.
Now, it was written by a woman, most of its main characters are strong women, and it sparked a big debate about feminism in Hollywood. Gone Girl was a huge hit when it was released, and tonight I'm speaking to one of its stars, Emily Ratajkowski.
While many may see her as a symbol of beauty and sensuality, Emily is on a mission to empower women to embrace their sexuality without shame or fear. In her efforts to break down societal taboos, she recorded a 2-part PSA for Planned Parenthood, focusing on birth control and safe sex. Her goal? To eliminate the stigma surrounding these crucial issues and provide young women with positive role models who are unapologetic about their sexuality. But why is Emily so dedicated to this cause? In her own words, she believes that celebrating and finding joy in her sexuality has empowered her both personally and professionally. As she navigates through a male-dominated society and the challenges of the entertainment industry, she remains unashamed of her womanhood and confident in herself. This confidence has not only shaped her own life, but has also inspired her to become a beacon of empowerment for other young women. With her celebrity platform, Emily has seized the opportunity to become one of those examples she wished she had growing up. Her aim is to inspire and uplift other women, encouraging them to embrace their sexuality and stand tall in a world that often seeks to suppress their power. Number 3. Body shaming. Did you know that Emily Ratajkowski has some pretty strong opinions about body shaming? In a 2016 essay for Lena Dunham's Lenny Letter website, she opened up about her personal journey to empowerment through her own sexuality. And let me tell you, it's not what you might expect. You see, Emily has been dealing with body shaming since she was just a preteen. She described herself as a 12-year-old with D-cup breasts who still woke up in the night and asked her mom to come and sleep in her room.
People would look at you and they'd sexualize you at the age of 12 and 13.
Yes. Yeah, it's funny. I'm laughing because the New York Post had some headline that was like sad and sexualized childhood, which just like really cracked me up. I was like, oh, maybe that should be my tramp stamp, just sad and sexualized.
Despite the constant pressure to cover up and not send the wrong message, Emily decided to rebel against those outdated attitudes. She firmly believes that being sexy is not trashy, but rather a form of self-expression that should be celebrated. She's all about embracing her sexuality and owning it like a boss. It's pretty inspiring to see someone like Emily stand up for what she believes in, especially in a world that often tries to dictate how women should look and behave. To Emily, sexy is a kind of beauty, a kind of self-expression, one that is to be celebrated, one that is wonderfully female. Number 2, some of her unfortunate moments. One thing you may not know about Emily Ratajkowski is that she has had her fair share of unfortunate run-ins with Piers Morgan. The British media personality has made it his mission to criticize her at every opportunity, and let's just say he hasn't held back. Take for instance the time when Emily shared a nude picture of herself on social media to draw attention to controversial anti-abortion legislation in Alabama. Instead of showing some support, Piers took it upon himself to retweet her post and add his 2 cents, calling it a dumb self-promoting photo that ruined the right message. And that's not all. Piers also took aim at Emily's Met Gala outfit, specifically mocking her belly button, which he described as a weird mass. Back in 2017, while co-hosting Good Morning Britain, Piers couldn't resist taking a shot at Emily for a pasta-themed photo shoot she had shared on social media. He went so far as to label her a global bimbo who apparently wants to take all her clothes off and then claim it's promoting feminism.
My only problem, I come to you, Deborah, my problem with this is the way that people like Emily and Kim Kardashian and others,
I agree.
They strip off all the time, they post this stuff to millions and millions of impressionable young women, and they don't just say, hey, look, don't I look hot? And let people make their own judgments.
While he said this, some of her fans responded by saying, seriously Piers, can't a girl enjoy some pasta without being labelled a bimbo? Of course, Emily didn't take these comments lying down. She fired back with a scathing Twitter response, clarifying that she never claimed her posts were feminist statements. She also pointed out the blatant sexism in telling women what to do with their bodies and sexuality.
I also really did kind of ascribe to the choice feminism idea that it's my choice and therefore it's feminism.
It's safe to say that Emily knows how to serve up a dose of reality with a side of sass. Despite all the attention she gets from the fashion world, Emily Ratajkowski is not afraid to speak her mind. One instance of this was when she called out French magazine Madame Figaro for retouching her cover shot. Taking to Instagram, Emily posted a side-by-side comparison of the cover and the original photo, pointing out the subtle but noticeable changes. Her lips had been reduced in size and her breasts lifted, and she was not having it. In her caption, she emphasized the importance of embracing individuality and called out the fashion industry for trying to stifle it.
I mean, one thing that's happened is I just don't care as much. People can underestimate me all they want, and that's fine.
We'll all know that, despite the controversy surrounding her music videos and photo shoots, Emily still quickly rose to social media stardom. She even caught the attention of Kim Kardashian, who sent her flowers after Emily defended Kim's naked selfie. The two even teamed up for a double selfie, but unfortunately, Emily's iCloud was hacked along with several other celebrities exposing private photos. Number 1. Emily's love life. After her breakout appearance in Robin Thicke's Blurred Lines in 2013, Emily Ratajkowski became a much more recognizable figure in the entertainment industry. What many people didn't know was that her first public relationship was with Andrew Dryden, a creative director and menswear buyer in Los Angeles. However, their relationship was not exactly in the spotlight, and things ended in less than a year. When asked about their breakup at a Super Bowl party in February 2014, Emily dodged questions and simply told people she was single. Dryden's response to inquiries about their split was a simple, "Sorry, I don't want to talk about it." Her next love experience was with Jeff Maggid, a Los Angeles musician. The pair were spotted together in December 2014 and went on to date for 3 years, with rumors even swirling that they had taken the big step of living together. However, their love story came to an end in January 2018, with reports surfacing that they had not been sharing a home for weeks. According to a source from the New York Daily News, Ratajkowski and Majid had been living together in his downtown LA apartment in the trendy arts district. While she may have downplayed their cohabitation publicly, it was an open secret among her inner circle. The insider revealed they used to be inseparable, although she tried to play down things in public. However, by early 2018, the gossip mill was churning with rumors of their breakup. But what went wrong this time? The reason behind their split remains shrouded in mystery, but the name Sebastian Bear McLeod seems to be the missing puzzle piece. Just 1 month after they broke up, Emily dropped a bombshell on Instagram. She was married. Rumor has it that Emily and Bear McLeod were no strangers, as they were part of the same friend group, and just like that, they tied the knot.
We had talked about marriage. I was never like the get down on one knee thing. It was sort of a conversation, and then he was like, no, let's do this. And then I was like, well, where?
Then, a bundle of joy made an appearance in March 2021. Fast forward to July 2022, and the love story takes a sharp turn. The couple reportedly called it quits, and Emily wasted no time in filing for divorce in September 2022. Rumors immediately started spreading that Bear McLeod had cheated on Emily and faced allegations of sexual misconduct by multiple women. The drama escalated to the point where they only communicated through their nanny. Emily has also been linked to a string of high-profile names, including comedian Pete Davidson, heartthrob Harry Styles, and French actor and comedian Stéphane Bach. Paparazzi even caught her kissing Harry Styles in a car park in Tokyo. And let's not forget the rumor about her and Brad Pitt. The rumor mill has been working overtime with speculation about her dating the Hollywood heartthrob. In a recent interview with Variety, Emily addressed the swirling rumors about her love life. When asked about the Brad Pitt rumors, she cleverly sidestepped the question, maintaining that she's enjoying being newly single. The 31-year-old model has been making waves with her latest comments on her love life, especially after seeing her and Brad Pitt hanging out. In response to the rumors, the model made it clear that she's not interested in adding fuel to the fire. "I just want to set the record straight," she said. In a custody battle, if you are a single mother who's dating, then it is not a good look. The most important thing for my child is him being safe and us being together. I would never risk that. Other things you might want to know about Emily Ratajkowski. Yes, she's a stunning model and actress, but did you know she's also a devoted animal lover? Emily adores her pets and makes sure to give them all the love and attention they deserve.
I kind of cheated. I brought the puppy
no, you
because
didn't
it's
cheat
really
at
all I
all.
want to talk about.
No.
It's become my whole life.
You're not cheating at all. Now what?
Say hi. You're doing so good.
In 2018, Emily was honored with the title of Model of the Year at the Daily Front Row's 4th Annual Fashion Awards. It's no surprise considering her undeniable talent and striking presence on the runway. But Emily isn't all about glitz and glamour. She knows the importance of taking some quiet time for herself, and what better way to do that than by catching up on her reading. Even with her busy showbiz career, she always makes time to indulge in a good book. Now, here's a fun fact that might surprise you. Emily Ratajkowski starts her mornings with cake. Yes, cakes. When she was living in Los Angeles, her morning routine involved a trip to Blacktop Coffee for her regular order of black coffee and a pastry. Who said you can't have your cake and eat it for breakfast too? Despite her love for treats, Emily also knows the importance of a balanced diet. She enjoys consuming meat to ensure she gets enough iron into her body, but she also makes a point to cook her own food at home. "For me, it's about feeling good about what you eat," she explained to the New York Times. "It's all about finding that perfect balance." And when it comes to staying fit, Emily has a refreshing approach. She's not one to be militant about hitting the gym. Instead, she finds joy in simple activities like walks and hikes. Now, here's a little fact that might make you chuckle. While some people seek adventure in extreme activities, Emily once decided to dip her toes into the world of mainstream dating by joining Tinder. Yes, even a top model like Emily Ratajkowski isn't immune to the allure of swiping left and right. Emily Ratajkowski is much more than just a beautiful face. Her talents, intelligence, and passion for making a difference in the world make her a truly remarkable individual.